I want everybody to understand me good. If you see an old bag lady with a humpback in her 70s pushing a basket or jump down the street, she can go all through the ghettos of Chicago and New York in the middle of the night. Why won't any devils attack her? She's vulnerable, defenseless. Somebody tell me, why won't the devils attack her? The answer is because they know she has nothing of value. The devils are constantly attacking us because they know who we are. That gives you all the more motivation to guard it and make sure you propagate it to the world. And every time you think you're trying to close the door, you open a bigger window. Never submit to what you know, like the devil is blocking us. I don't submit to that type of bullshit at all. Every time they try to stop something or break something up, I go and buy another one and start to do another way, you know what I mean? Because this mission is not something that we're being asked to do. This is a command of responsibility, and our whole eternity, the eternity of creation depends upon us. It's really serious like that. Now, can anybody hear me in 774? Can anybody hear me in 504?
Yes.
I love you. Yeah. And 267, you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I have something I'm going to play for you all tonight too, but it's some serious stuff, and my reason for that is because if people feel unmotivated, it's because they don't realize it, but they're being drugged down by these serpent seeds, the draconians, and they've slipped and succumbed to the spell of Leviathan. And they think they're in their right mind, but they're not. Because your right mind is the mind of all. Your right mind is the mind of the Most High, the Creator. That's the only one mind we have here. And even the one that you call the devil now was once an angel in heaven. Until they rebelled, recalcitrant. And they started taking up these contrary thoughts, these things averse to reality and truth. They imagine themselves at war with the Creator and His angels. That's why they were cast down, and there's no more space bound for them in the heavens. Look at them and know their time is up. You see what's happening in Iran and over there in Palestine and Israel. Okay, Unc, you want to give us a little breakdown of that right quick?
No, well, I just called you last night and was wanting to discuss with you the drones that they released, Iran released on Israel, because I wasn't getting
70 drones, yeah.
I missed some of the the backstory on it. So are you going to go over that tonight too? And can
I'll give somewhat, yeah. You can add anything you want. Anybody be free to add what they want when they get ready. Okay, now, just let's do it in turn. Let's not talk over people. Anyway, Iran has been being a constant attack by Israel, killing all the high-ranking, and the United States, killing all the high-ranking military officials and murdering them and blowing up places and this, that, and the other. And they've been very humble about that, sucking it up and burying their dead. But they reached the limit. They just killed 2 more and blew up a lot of Iranian structures and what have you from some of their surrogates or some of the countries that they represent, and committing all these mass murders like they're doing in Palestine against the Palestinians. And Iran told them, says, now if he attacks us again, we're going to attack back. Mm-hmm. And they attacked, and Iran opened up and sent over 300 Polaris missiles, different variants. They sent, what do you call those planes that they guide over there? The drones. Yeah, they sent 70 drones and high-powered missiles, this, that, and the other. And of course, Israel has been sponsored and given an Iron Dome, a big set of missile launchers that can block and intercept missiles in the sky, stop them from landing, and they call it the Iron Dome. And the United States, from ships and various bases in the Middle East, they knocked a lot of them out too. But the point is that when you look at the news, you see that a lot more of them landed than what they're trying to let on. And that just scared the shit out of them. But let me tell you, there's no more space found for them in the heavens at all. There are certain beings out here that nature just hates their guts. Nature is the root of the word natural. Now you think of, I want you to invoke pictures in your mind. There are beings in the world that they walk down a nature trail in a pleasant forest, that a peaceful deer will get up on his hind legs and hoof the shit out of him and try to beat him to death. You got a picture in your mind? There are species of beings out here that can just go fishing on a beautiful warm day in crystal clear water and sell fish, just get a running head start and run and fly up in the air and put that 3-foot beak through the head of a certain species of woman. There are certain beings out here that could be walking down on a beautiful day and the birds just swarm like Alfred Hitchcock and attack them and try to peck their eyeballs out. Peaceful birds. There are some beings out here that can walk outside in nature just like everybody else, but the sun is angry with them and it'll burn them up like it does vampires, and if they stay out there, it will kill them, literally burn them up. You understand? And these other species of devils, they're catching hell in similar ways, and they're starting to mount up on them, like the ones playing with this mission and being quiet in class and playing all these mind games. They're going to be delivered some hot flashes of hell, more and more personal. It's going to start amping up. And the more they act idiot like they don't know where it's coming from, then the more intense it's going to get. And for those of you that are doing what you're supposed to do and starting to accept your responsibility, I bless you and I pray the Most High enfolds you in a celestial blanket of love and mercy forever. But I'll leave it to you. Keep on trying to trick your Creator. Okay? Now, did you want to add something about Iran to that, sister? Or anybody else? All right. Anybody else have a question they'd like to ask before we get started?
I do, Amun, because
okay.
I know we've on previous classes we've said, or I've heard you teach, and correct me if I'm wrong, that they are not the real Jews, but they are the synagogues of Satan.
Right.
Correct? So
that's right. The Bible of Revelation tells you. The book of Revelation tells you in the Holy Bible that there are those of you that say they are Jews, like in Israel, but are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Now, for the backstory, as you call it, a lot of people don't understand that there were 7,000 Israelites out of the ancient tribes that never bowed their knee to the image of Baal. Right? Now, Baal is actually Enlil. We were told one time that it was Enki, but it's actually Enlil, right? That's the god Baal, the devil. And they never bowed their knee to the image of Baal. And they migrated, these 7,000 remnant of the tribe of Israel, to modern-day Abyssinia. To ancient Abyssinia, right? Which is modern-day Ethiopia. And they reside there now, and they have the Ark of the Covenant with them still today, and they are black as a lump of coal. Those are the real Jews, and these fake Jews know that's them. The white Jews, when Nebuchadnezzar and them came in with armies to destroy the real tribes of Israel and bring the rest of them into slavery. Once they left their home, you see, these other people, they were like pets to the real Israelites. Like dogs that go fetch your newspaper. They were really like pets. And when their masters were gone, they started walking around, getting their text and emulating them, which is the greatest form of flattery, dressing in their clothes and performing their rituals and reading their Talmuds and the Old Testament, what have you. And they started pretending like they were the Jews, like they were the masters. Right? And it's gotten so bad until people now in the world believe that they really are the original Jews, which they are not. They are those of you that say they are Jews, but are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. I'm sorry, sister. Go ahead. What were you saying about that?
Yeah. I just wanted to add this to that. And they have also knowingly, made it to where all the Caucasians that say they are Jews and they know they are not, they, by law, they can't even go get a DNA test because, you know, they know the truth. They don't want it to be out, though.
That's right. They know. That mitochondrial DNA will tell on them. Because they're Ashkenazim and Sephardim Jews. They are Europeans from Europe. You know, the real Jews are in Africa, and they migrated from Israel. It has nothing to do with Europe. So let me ask you, how was it the Germans were putting them in concentration? How come all the Jews were being attacked in what continent? In Europe, right?
Right.
That's the ones that say they are, that's the ones that say they are Jews, but are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Right? Now, as far as all you people that get on the class and you won't say anything, you don't respond, shame on you. And your day is coming. You understand? You may not know, but you're playing the role of the devil. Participate in the classes. Speak out. Let us know you're here. I know you're here. You follow me? The most I know you're here, so I don't know who you're hiding from. It's a family class. We love you, and we really appreciate your presence. But you have to bear witness to the fact that you're here. Unless your fear for the devil is greater than your love for your Creator. And the immortal Creator that gave you His image and likeness and binding upon you immortality as a gift. Would you throw that back in His face? Because now's the time to throw it back. Because I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but the Creator don't need you or me. There was a Creator before there was a creation. There'll be a Creator without a creation. Wrap your mind around that while you're playing this subtle, quiet devil game back there, because that's exactly what it is. You're like a poly, the snake coiled up at the door trying to steal a hearing. Right? Okay, so now, who's got that first spiritual experience or that first question? You see what I mean? All these people
So
here.
I guess my question, Amun, is so the U.S. is standing to protect Israel? Devil protecting
Say it
devil?
again. Say it again.
The U.S., the United States, is protecting Israel?
That's right. Israel was established by the United States after World War II. They went and got them flea-bitten, maggot-covered remnants of the Jews that wouldn't gas by the other Caucasians. And they put all them bed bugs and things on big cargo ships and shipped them over to the land of Palestine. And they offloaded a lot of tanks and heavy artillery and took a lot of the land from the Palestinians and set up lodging and housing for these filthy little Caucasoids that was trying to pretend they was Jews from Africa. And they've been stealing land ever since and pushed the Palestinians off their own land, trying to push them out to sea. And when the Palestinians revolt against them for the horrible way they're being treated, starving them out, and what have you, then they attack them. You see, just like right now, they're trying to commit genocide. They're trying to blow them all up, destroy all their buildings, destroy their culture, and starve them to death in broad daylight. And yes, the United States sponsored that, and they still sponsor it, because Israel is the United States police force in the Middle East. You understand?
Wow. I got you. Thank you. Thank you for that
explanation. That's their police force. But my question is to you, is who's going to protect the United States?
Exactly.
Right.
Nobody.
Not you, not me. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have nothing against America. I love this, the country I was born in. You know, but like you said, you know, like a neutron bomb, hurt not the trees and the plants, you know, but only those that, and not the servants of the Most High that's been sealed, but the ones that haven't been sealed. Those of them that are outside the gates, count them not.
Them not.
Now they naked, they butt naked in the wind and they don't even know it. But they ass out Charlie. And that's right, it won't be long for glory. And I'm telling you right now, they're going to start feeling it in a very personal way. If they don't straighten up and fly right and start flying to this mission with open mouths and open pockets like jets. I'm telling you right now, it's not a mendacious threat, it's a promise. It's the Most High's word, may He be exalted. All right. Now we got feedback on the phone. Where's that coming from? Okay.
Okay.
Now, this will be... Fix your phone. Don't fix your phone.
Are you back in with everything?
No, I'm in class.
Yes, go ahead.
I have a question.
I'll do my best. Go ahead.
How can you tell, or how would you know, like, what some of the extraterrestrials look like in some of these crafts? Like the ones in triangles or maybe the ones in orbs?
Well, you wouldn't know unless you had some idea what their fleets look like. You know, I've studied it, and I've traveled on many of them. I've been taken up quite a few times, and I've met a lot of species. Some were warlike, and unfortunately, I had to go to war and fight them. Others were loving and peaceful, but there are many hostile beings out there, disagreeable, just like they are on Earth. And it's their seed that have been incarnated on Earth, the fallen angels. And even in what you call extraterrestrials, those are also fallen angels that's been cast down and cast out, right? So they're trying to generate their ugly seed and populate, the cosmos with ugliness. Like they really think if they were all locked up in a big room with nobody, no godly people, no agreeable people to feed off, to get their loot from, and they were just trapped in the dark with a whole bunch of slivery, ugly bastards like themselves. They're trying to tell you that they believe that would be heaven? Can you imagine smelling and feeling them goddamn things, and that's all you got around you is some more copies of them filthy things? With them ugly, ugly black minds? Everybody trying to get away from the devil, including Satan. Everybody hates the fucker. Excuse my French. But I mean, it's just, they're miserable, sick, disgusting, horrid, wretched creatures. They are. And they've been kicked out of creation. Like I say, nature don't want them. Nobody wants them. They don't want themselves. That's why they commit suicide. Now, anybody got a spiritual experience or another question, or you have some more? You want to turn that question? Very good.
But I would like to share. I had called and spoke with you, but you were we didn't get a chance to go in detail about the eclipse, and it was weird because there was very, very heavy cloud cover for the day of the eclipse and a couple of days afterwards with a lot of raining and storms and everything. And there was an eclipse in the latter part of 23, and I've sent you pictures of it and everything before. And I didn't have any of the protective goggles or anything, but I had filmed it with my iPhone. Okay, so the crazy thing about this solar eclipse was the fact that when I looked up at the sky with my naked eye without any protection, I could not see one thing. But then when I put on the glasses, I could see the eclipse. And it put me into the mindset of that movie, They Live. Remember the glasses that they had? And so I was like, why is it I can't see it with my naked eye, but when I put on these glasses, then I can see everything? So it was just, I still have a question about that. I really don't understand why that is. And even when I went on the internet to do a little research on it, it was saying when you hold your phone up with the glasses in front of the camera. And I was like, but is that real?
Let me tell you something. You know, on advertisement commercials, they sell these special eyeglasses, sunglasses. They have white people buy them, and you can't see anything, but you do something, and then all of a sudden the American flag and all that stuff shows up on the glasses. Remember? How many of you have seen that commercial? Those commercials?
Yes.
Okay, that's right. So it's nothing on the glasses, but then all of a sudden, patriotic stuff shows up on the American flags and all that. Okay, so that just gives you an idea of what they can do.
And another thing, at a point that throughout the eclipse too, at one point I saw 3 suns, Amun. Because I guess I was at an angle. I was at an angle.
Oh yeah, 3
looking
suns,
at
right?
The eclipse.
Well, that was real. That was real.
Suns.
Now that wasn't an illusion. That was not an illusion. There are 3 suns.
Exactly. That part. So I was like, wow, I did not believe I'm seeing this. And I said it out loud, because I was looking up. And then my daughter said, I can see it too. It is more than 1 sun. I see them too. So.
All right. Now I want to ask you and anybody here, where have you heard about 3 suns around one planet before?
The planet Risk.
That's exactly right. So his kingdom will come to earth as it is in heaven. So when you shift up in vibration, we can sing together. We can't talk together. When you raise up in vibration, Schumann resonance, you're raising up to a new heaven and a new earth. That would be Ilion, which is another word for heaven, right? The planet and the galaxy from which the fallen angels fell, right? So heaven, everything's in the same place at the same time, vibrating on different frequencies. So for those of you that keep expanding consciousness and getting in tune with the mission of the Most High and stop sucking up behind the devil, you will raise up in vibration, and one day very soon you'll find yourself in a new heaven and a new earth and a completely different world. But you'll be in the same place as the people in hell, right? Because heaven and hell are not places, they're conditions only perceived by those in it. The kingdom of heaven and hell is generated inside people. The peaceful, righteous people, the divine love-driven people, they're creating an eternal paradise for themselves and everyone around them. And these other slimy creatures, they're self-destructive and creating their own ends. And even if they survive a minute, after they use up the acquisitions of men and eat all the little boys and girls and the men and women, there's nothing left. It's their nature to turn on one another, as the Holy Tablets informs you, and they'll eat each other's flesh and drink the blood. So what devils have is zero future except hell. Something well-deserved and well-earned. So let them keep playing these little ugly games.
What? Let's be starting it now.
All right, brother. You got a question? Go ahead. Does anybody have anything to add?
Well, I got another
question.
I love you. Let me say this one thing, just this one thing. I was thinking to myself very hard before class. I have so much to share with you all, so much powerful things, but truthfully, the classes have been unresponsive, and I know there's a lot of people here. And they've been sitting around on their thumb, twirling on their butt, not saying anything, not donating anything, not posting, writing tests, not doing anything, just sitting there like they're possessed zombies by the devil, right? So I wanted to know and research what it is they really believe. You don't believe I'm the real Messiah? Is that what it is? You don't believe these 144,000? Say it again.
No. We do.
No? Okay, then. Okay. Then why are they non-responsive? Are they acting like it? You send in donations, right? Why don't they? You write testimonies. You participate with the Sound of New Stars. You have questions for the class. Why don't they, sister? That's my question.
Probably they're trying to hide something. Probably.
Of course, they're trying to hide that pitchfork in that tail. And that orange negative black blood. And the fact they ain't got no soul and they evil. And that's their whole agenda. Say it again.
They also had to gather information.
I understand. But this information is not coming for them. It's coming for the righteous, 124,000. They don't keep on fooling with this information till they see a sharp beam of flame shooting straight at them. You understand? And that plan where they're trying to hide it and getting to these different sites like LinkedIn and Facebook and plan manipulating these sites to try to block me out of them and doing all the little ugly things they're doing, those little things are going to cause them personal tragedy. I've already seen it, and I declare it. Hell is going to be theirs to wear like a charred suit of fire, inside and out. Surrupup and disease will be their name. Pain will be their harvest. And for those of you, the righteous, that are taking this mission serious, and this is the most serious mission possible, conceivable, what could be more important or noble than the mission that was ordained by the creator of the heavens and the earth, and by the creator of everything? What in creation could be more important than the creator of it? I know it's not a goddamn thing. You stop with this illumination. Say, okay.
Yeah, you said about the 3 suns. Is it 3 planets, Riz, or 3 suns? Is it separate? What is it about the 3 suns? Is it different planet with different life, or the 3 suns, or is it all one?
No. See, you have different galaxies on this side sector of the wormhole.
Yeah.
Let me explain. Yeah, you have 19 galaxies on this side of the wormhole. And, for example, Andromeda is the 16th galaxy. The Milky Way that you inhabit right now, at least partially, is the 18th galaxy. The 19th galaxy is Ilion. Ilion is another word like Elysian Fields that means a heaven. Look it up. Ilion. And one of the planets there on Ilion is Riz. And Riz itself has 3 suns. It's a tri-solar system, not just one. So when he says heaven it will come to earth as it is in heaven, he's talking about the new heaven and the new earth is going to be Riz for all those people. It is my job to help you all to open up your stairway to heaven, like I was doing in Egypt as Amun-Rayay, the leader of all the deities. I opened up a city and built a city called Armana, and I was establishing you, getting you all prepared for your stairway back to Ilion, back up to heaven. And some creepy, filthy demons, illegal priest, his name is I. He tipped up behind me at the age of 19 and hit me in the head with a heavy object and killed my body. I was mummified and entombed in what they call Tutankhamun's tomb, but it's really Tut, T-U-T, Amun, Tut, Ankh, eternal life, Amun. Because I keep returning over and over again, just like it tells you in Who's the Nawabian Christ, right? So you should listen to that. Type in Google, Who is the Nawabian Christ, comma, by Dr. Malachi Z. York, comma, YouTube, and listen to that DVD real good by the 24 elders. It's very serious work. And I'm going to play some very serious work for you all tonight because I think you need to be reintroduced to me, not for me myself, or for my works or those around me. Like you said, sister, I know you all know who I am, and you beginning to realize who you are because the things you're doing, you know you got to be more than just people. Common sense tells you that. But I'm going to let Panabab tell you who I am, and many prominent Nawabians, some of the 24 elders, some medical doctors, and, you know, a lot of movie stars and people that you respect, mayors of city. I'm going to let them all explain to you what's happening here. And pre-chance, some of these silent devil dummies will speak up and find their tongue and their place. Because many of them are just being quiet because they don't want to accept their responsibility for the mission. You understand? They like, why buy the cow when the milk is free? The milk has never been free. Because if you don't earn heaven, you're not going to get it. Just like hell, you got to even earn that. Do you think that a crackhead can sit on his couch in his shorts and just wish for crack to show up at his door? Or he's got to go out and earn every bit that he smokes? Or she?
So did you
You think the heroin addict can dream?
Hormone that he took you, hit you on the head and took you out. Did you say?
Do you think the heroin addict can dream about heroin and it'll the spike will just end up in his arm? Or he's got to go out and earn it? What, he got to break in, steal? What, he got to beg? With a 10-cup, you know, he's got to earn hell, don't he?
Yes.
So what makes a dumbass nigga think that heaven is going to be free? You think you can just listen to words from heaven and you gonna ascend to heaven like that? You dumber than you thought. You know, quit being useless and get up and grab hold of this mission and try to earn your seat. You're wasting time. It's your own time. You're gonna smell something burning, and like a slow boiling frog, you ain't gonna realize the temperatures got hot until they start dropping the carrots and peas around you. Then you're gonna realize it's you that's cooking. You better speak up and man up and woman up and quit clowning around me, because this is not a joke. Now, I love you all more than you could possibly love yourself, but I'm telling you, I'm getting sick and tired of you niggas clowning, not supporting the mission and not being interested in posting up the truth, and because I want to know who's seeing your posts all over. Everybody supposed to be posting. I'm not seeing posts everywhere. It's supposed to be millions of posts going out each and every day. If you're serious about this mission, you want heaven, then you got to earn it, just like me and everybody else. It's not a handout. Ain't nobody looking around, looking for you to come knock on your door and say, hey, my name is Heaven. I've been looking for you. You waiting for that? You really waiting? Keep waiting. No, you have an opportunity to earn heaven. And you can't do it with your thumb up in the air sitting on your couch just listening. That ain't going to happen. Like I told you, you can't even earn hell like that. But, next question. I'm going to see right now, when I put this information on, if you all can hear it clearly. Because I want to make sure you understand. I'll do my best.
Well, when the eclipse took place on Monday, it's Marua. I had my daughter with me, my two daughters, and my wife, and we was looking at this sun. And before it went to a complete circle, I noticed that when I put the glasses on, I see like planets around it, and then the planets disappear.
Okay.
Like it was objects around it, and then like later on, I went to sleep that night, and I caught my whole body like vibrating like, from like in the inside. It was physically from the inside. Mm-hmm. And then I felt a spark of light going through the back of my leg, and it was like boom, like a light pulling a lot of poison out my legs. Because I've been having a problem with my legs. My legs were so relaxed. All of a sudden, I got up that next day, went to work, and then came back home. I looked at my eyes. I said, dang, I got two dots on my head. Underneath my right and my left. It was a dot on each eye. And it was like perfect. It was like perfect. I was like, wow. My lady looked at my eyes and she said she didn't notice that because like on her eyes, but she seen it on my eyes. And then like from that point, I
you are who you are.
The people for who they are around me. Like I started seeing through them even faster and quicker.
Well, it's going to be a separation between you and the rest of the people in the world, even family members and those you love. Because no matter how much we love people, if they're not earning heaven for themselves, they won't attain it. So you looking and bear witness every day to people left behind. It can be your husband, your wife, your mother, father, your brothers, your sisters, or your children. And baby, it can be you. All you gotta do is make a game out of this like you did during Noah's time and start laughing at that old man. till that water get deep and hit your nose, you gonna stop laughing and realize ain't nothing funny, but it'll be a day late, $1 short. And at that point, you wish you had another opportunity to give all you had in exchange for your soul. You know, it's a lot of times you have millionaires that get kidnapped and what have you, and they like Scrooge, they wouldn't give they'll steal a penny for a dead man's eye, but now when it comes to a matter of life and death, sometimes they'll let people kill their family members, they won't pay up. But when somebody put a gun to their head and they're not joking about them or cutting off their toes, you see what I'm talking about? They'll offer people everything they got, their whole fortune. I don't care how many millions it is, because they'll give anything in exchange for just their life. So what would they give in exchange for their eternal soul if they had enough sense to understand that's what's at stake? So those of you all that order spiritual packages and they're sitting here looking back at me and you keep coming up with these excuses about all the things that's so important in your life and so heavy, just think how important it would be if you didn't have a life. Amun. Now what I'm going to do is attempt to put this. Yes.
Amun.
Yes.
I was getting ready to tell you, when I did look at the star, the eclipse, I was chanting your name, and I kept chanting your name. And
well, let me say, I want to remind you one thing. You got your secret name for me, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
And what name is part of your name?
Amun.
That's right.
Amun.
So everybody gets their name from me. They know their name is Amun too. So when we do things in the name of Amun, we do it as a collective, because all of you are Amun that do the will of the Most High. And in your first package, you'll have your real name, your sacred name, and it'll be part of Amun. Don't reject it. You're not going there in front of nobody talking about your name is Thomas Smith and all that. Betty Davis. Ain't no names like that in heaven. Get serious. Start posting up these posts and creating them if you can't find them. You know what I mean? Start doing everything you can to propagate this mission in the real way and earn your seat before you get left behind for real. And I love you, and I don't want to see that happen. I really don't. You have been chosen by the Most High. It was designated for you to make it to heaven before the foundations of the pyramids were laid. Before he strung the stars across the sky, you were chosen. Don't you spit in the wind or tug on Superman's cape. Don't keep on playing games with your creator like you smart, slick, or you just don't care. And then we find out the truth of the matter is, including you, when you look in the mirror, you find out you're really looking into the eyes of Satan, the rejected, the lowest of the low, the filth of the heavens and the earth, the abomination. And if you are that, let us help and guide you out of that. It's never too late, unless you believe it is. All right, so let me try to get you all to see if you can hear this. And you got to respond to me and let me know that you can. Talk, let me hear you talk.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I think Anubis. Yeah. Bring me your phone. Turn that off. Yeah.
Here I come.
Put your phone volume up, everything wide open. My phone or yours. Put it over there for the sound. Please, put it down. I don't hear. Sister Miriam
We got way too many days here. It's time. You don't need that because you don't live in here. All I want to do is that.
You're going to have to realize that this is
talking.
I'm on.
Okay, that's bad.
Two schools of thought exist. The greater and the lesser. The greater lesson teach and Yeshua, Jesus, remember, everyone that your path is led to the bosom of the Lord. He said, I'm the way to the light. No one gets to the Father. And he was ready to show up to the Father. He said, I'm the Lord. When you see me, you see the Father. And I'm not ready to do. And you are the way to the Father. And I'm not going to have a place for you, but when I may be here, you may. So certain men,
This is a favorite player, by the way.
Pretty cool. Wait a minute. Keep that off that box. I think that box interfering with it.
That like your box in the field. Put that cone over there to the left where it was before the towel was.
The receiver need to be putting that
Not on that box.
I don't understand it. I can't hear it. We're working to get it right here.
I can hear it in the
What? You don't understand that, do you?
Not really. I can hear it in the background.
No, I can't hear.
Hey, whoever got your background on, please turn it off. No,
it's nothing wrong. That thing got to be small. You got to put that in the way where people can hear it.
yeah, try this one again.
Move that song. Tell them to let you know that it's not God that called you. I want to hear this, that was human, that he is not, or she is not trapped in the mind tetrahedron of persons.
All right, now, this way.
He's taking outside of that realm. You're telling me he's a visitor, non-resident.
Look, what is all that noise in the background? Okay, now look.
You can take that phone off that thing. That's interference.
With electronics. Keep it off that box and put it to the side. All right, just one. Let me try this. Move.
He was doing a little differently. How do you want to be my people? So this has got to go. Has no influence. Communications here. The power of all.
Let me see. Give me this.
This is my Amun-Rayay.
I'm calling to tell you that I know you all and you gotta realize that different states and different information.
Can you all understand that?
No.
Please respond.
Not really.
Can you? Not really. Okay.
No, we cannot.
Hold up.
You got one up over there? You got a phone over there? I just want the kitchen call and see if you can hear.
Okay.
In addition to literally hundreds of Wahhabis and thousands of people in general. But I'm also some cases the people with me are also
I determined. Listen to me. Starship your phone. Let's be serious. I mean the whole. Turn off your phone. Mute your phone. I determined that if you're going to hear, I mean a series of CDs, audio CDs.
Come here, please. It's Harry. It's feedback coming from in there. But you come here with that. Just take it in there. Close the door, please.
All right. I made a series of audio CDs for you all that has proven who you are beyond the shadow of a doubt. And the only way you're going to attain this set, and when I tell you it's more powerful than anything you ever heard, I am not exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating. And let me tell you, you want to get this in your spiritual package. That's it right there. Now, who else has a question?
In this life,
You see the one back there playing that's the devil back there.
we cannot achieve.
Well, I have something I wanted to say.
From this mental
I'm
state.
going to curse this devil right here in the whole world.
10, 30, 36. Do look inside. Use your third eye. Psalms 82. Rediscover.
What they're showing me is that this is pretty clear, but they make noise every time I put this on.
Same solutions back on the shelf. Who's talking to you when you talk to yourself? There is no
I'm really
time for you.
cursing people.
Hear what I say. When tomorrow comes,
I'm sending something bad into them.
the following
Just
facts
like we
alone
moved dogs. I'm telling you, I'm doing
love
it.
at first sight, like the picture shows. Wow, baby, I saw this in my dream a week ago. Please do tell how you remember the future. If they still think you're tripping
Muted.
before they snap, ask them how birds find south without a map. If you're looking for God, I'll make it simple.
Line muted. This call is being recorded. Your line is muted. Press *6 to unmute your
Unmuted.
line. Line unmuted.
Yeah, I put something in that person. And it's nothing you can wash off or take a shot or peel to heal. All right, now, I hear feedback. You still hear the echo. That is, so y'all see, these are reptiles on the phone doing that, right? They're trying to block your class. They're trying to block your words from the Most High to you. So you see how important it is to get the words that you do have out to the whole planet, right? And if you're not trying to do that with everything you do on Telegraph, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and mass email and word of mouth, then you probably, you don't want to go to heaven. You want to suffer the second death. Because that's what you'll be earning. And don't think you can earn hell by what you don't do. You'll be wrong again. All right? This is a war, a spiritual war. Can you turn it off? All right, who has the next question?
Well, I just had a statement really.
I know you want me to thank you. Okay. Now, you're not going to touch your phone creature? I'll see you tonight. All right. Now, who is that next question?
Well, I didn't have a question.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Right.
It's okay.
Yes, I had this really spooky encounter twice. It's really spooky, you know, where you talked about tuning you in, the whiskey and tuning you in, and with sometimes you get a sound in your ears, like a buzzing sound. But this sound twice wasn't buzzing. It was like a high-pitched sound. So I was just wondering, was that the tuning in, or was that sort of like a broadcast, which they normally do to make sure
let me say to you,
that you're here?
Cheryl, what that is that you want to see a crab, for example, a sham, a crown. You sit in a chair with your spine straight, your feet about 2 feet apart. They're trying to fly over the house right now, but I got a barrier around it. They can't get over it. You have your spine straight, and you inhale 7 times with your feet about 2 feet apart. Put your open palms on your knees. Just take 7 deep breaths, and then you just go, Om, Amun, Om, Amun, 7 times. Then you clap your hands together so that the palms of your hand make that hollow sound. Do that 7 times, and then go into the Om Amun again, and then look over your head. You'll see a craft appear in front of you. Another thing you have to know about that high-pitched frequency, for example, is that those Elohim, if you really are their child and not a reptilian seed, a serpent seed, whenever you have a bodily problem, because it's their function to make sure that you survive until it's time for you to be taken home, you hear them appear with a loud, high-pitched frequency. And what they're doing, is that happens because of their close proximity to you. What they're doing is scanning your whole body from head to toe. And if they find, for example, some leaking blood vessels in your head or in your body, in your brain, they take lasers and they mend it. Or they heal or remove disease from you. And you never even notice that it was them that saved you. So it's a lot of people that know that they should have been dead, but they're still alive, or they're not feeling any discomfort. And they don't understand it's because they're being protected by Elohim. We have our hand over them constantly. But now see, the time is coming where I'm telling people that if they don't start earning it, they're going to be on their own with the devil. And I'm warning you, don't swim with piranha. It's not healthy. You know? But yes, that high-pitched, that's right, that high-pitched frequency. That's right. And another thing with the high-pitched frequency is that's them, because it's like when you look at your TV and then white folks come on, they have this has there been an actual incident? That's right. And they say, had there been an actual incident, we would have given you directions and a location to go to, or a shelter or whatever like that. So when you hear that high-pitched frequency, they're trying to keep you, their child, in tune with that frequency. Are you following me?
Yes, I follow. I was in my home.
I was in my home twice. Well, let me say this. 1 second, Cheryl. Let me say. For other people, okay. Now, see, when they give you the high-pitched frequency, listen. when they get that high-pitched frequency like that, if there's really a time for a pickup, then they'll give you directions to go to meet if it's in the field or a certain place, or they'll give you directions as to make sure that you're where you need to be to not get left behind on that pickup. Now, the reason why we don't tell you in advance about where to gather for the pickup is because you got reptiles listening to every call. And if we tell them, we tell you, we telling them. And you're right. They don't have no power to stop the Netiru or the Elohim from going to the pickup spot. But they may be able to stop you all, Cheryl, from getting there. You follow me? So that we meet them on the battlefield of the soul where we can send you a certain frequency. And if you're in tune, then the directions will follow. They'll say, blank, Amun, whatever your real name is, you need to do this or be here at a certain time or whatever so that you won't get left behind. You follow me?
Yeah.
You hear me, Cheryl?
Amun, it's Anne that's asking you the question, not me.
Okay, Anne, I love you. I love you both, and I hope you communicate with one another. But yes, that's what it is, and I'm sorry. You both have that accent. It confuses me sometimes in a pleasant way. But yes, they will. The high-pitched frequency is designed to tune you in to like a station, a channel that they broadcast from. They broadcast on a certain frequency. It's a high-pitched frequency that they broadcast on. And when you hear that, they're about to manifest in your presence, or you see them, right? Whenever you hear that high-pitched frequency, they're close around. But most of the time you hear it, it's not a false flag, but it's just they keep you constantly in tune with that frequency to make sure you can hear it. You're tuned into it. You don't let it get drowned out by the devil, where that you drop down to a frequency so low you can't hear that frequency. And you only dance into the devil's beat. If you tuned into the wrong frequency, you'll miss that call and you miss the pickup. You follow me? And the last pickup is approaching very fast. It's 2030. That's the last pickup.
Oh,
and I can tell you right now, we will not be coming back to this planet ever again. So anybody left behind, all down, stay down. Count them not.
Yeah, I don't want to miss it. At first, the first one, I was really quite anxious when I heard it. I've never heard a sound like that ever in my life, and I was really quite. But the second time I heard it, I knew it was really unusual because afterwards I saw like a shadow. I saw in my imagination someone just went past me, and I'm thinking, oh, that is some strange sign. That is definitely a sign because it was like somebody was there, but it was like a shadow.
All right, and let me say this. Yeah, I heard you said the first time it's been happened twice, but the first time. Well, it's going to be the first time for a lot of things because you're with us right now. I am the Messiah. And have you moved stars or anything like that before you met me?
No, never.
So that's the first time. So you're getting a lot of first times. People are starting to move clouds and like Cheryl, she's moving the earth. The trees and what have you. Some people are being healed spontaneously. Some people are making themselves invisible. Or we raise them up in frequency during a healing session where they can see their own aura and their fingers and their hands and bodies start disappearing. You're going to experience that too with us. You follow me? Some people have learned to create their own reality, and they're transforming into deities at an ever-accelerating rate. But you got to understand that these filthy creatures are doing everything they can to block and stop your ascension. A jealous man is with a woman. If I can't have her, right? If they can't go to heaven, there you go. The nature of the snake. They're trying to block everybody that's qualified to get there. that creature that's trying to block this audio information from y'all, I pray that they burst into flame from the inside out, spontaneous internal combustion when they least expect it.
Sorry, can I say something?
Yes.
I had been getting those beams in my head because I had problems with my earlobe, my right ear. I had like 2 big knots on the back of my ear, like cysts.
Mm-hmm.
And I had been going through a lot because I was exposed to chemicals and lost my voice when I was 25. Mm-hmm. And, at that time I had a record deal, and I thought maybe it was good, and I got pretty sick because, Illuminati and all that was ahead of me. And, it was so many people trying to sign me, P. Diddy and all that. And I'm so happy that, and the way it did happen to me, I did get sick. Well, anyway, I had these 2 big knots on the back of my ear on my right side, right by my temple. And my people was like, why you got these big old knots? I said, oh, no, I usually use it like a copper coin and try to press on it to get it to go away. Well, I got tired of it, and I started chanting and praying using
nine times, right? Mm-hmm.
9 times, and I did that. And I noticed one day I just kept getting these beams, and I was like, look at my face. Go look at my face. I looked to my ear, and the 2 big knots is gone, disappeared. They're gone. They was there for a while. All of a sudden, they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been like healing a lot.
That's right. And keep healing.
Everything right.
You see, it's your natural condition to be 100% well. Disease, the Egyptians used to give a name for disease or sickness. They called it the devil. Because when you're in tune with the Most High, there is no sickness or disease, no pain, suffering, no sickness, no death, no hunger. You understand? That doesn't exist in heaven. So if you've been exposed to anything negative or terrible like that, it's because you out of balance inside your own being, in your own mind. You vibrating on the wrong frequency. You at war with your Creator and you don't even know it. And when you're at war with the Creator, how can you really expect the creation to be your friend? Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
That's right. These people are so mentally slow, thinking they speeding majors and minors, that it'll take them 60 minutes. I hear you. You feel it. Take them 60 minutes just to watch a half hour pass by on the clock. That's how slow they are. But they swear to God, they moving fast.
Yeah, I got people at my job like that.
Yeah, trying to block him from other people. Like, they ain't using no energy to get that themselves. They trying to create a false heaven for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like with AI, artificial intelligence and all that old type of stuff. They're using 5G instead of 5D. The devil is lighting up the criminal's path to them so they can wind down, following the Pied Piper directly into the river to drown, right? And they marching down into it to the furthest slope tree, directly into the pits of hell where they belong. I came here with a lot of divine love, and I was going to save everything and everybody in my heart. But I see there are some unredeemable spirits out here. They're not no earthly good. Believe it. It hurts me. It pains me to say that. But you got some people out here just saying shit. They lower than a loaded pamper. Just nothing. Nothing. Less than that. Just pure evil in the deepest existential sense of the word. No earthly good. None. They don't serve any good purpose. In their flesh dwelleth no good thing. For how the will is present with them, but how to perform that which is good, they find not. But they say it's not them that do it, but the sin that dwelleth in them. They try to separate themselves from the sin that they do. Old wretched people that they are. Who will free them from the body of this death? Not me. I don't even want to free them no more. Next question or statement.
I had something I just wanted to say real quick.
Very good.
I don't think a lot of us realize that we are already in hell. That is what 3D is.
That's
and
right.
I had an epiphany about this the other day. And I don't think a lot
don't
of
realize
times
how they got here. And the way they got here is what they doing playing on the phone right now. That's how they got here. That's how they got to hell. And it's the way that they're opening up the door to get much, much deeper in that bottomless pit that has no bottom. Go ahead.
And also, I don't think we realize that sometimes the devil comes in more ways than just through people and drugs and other vices. A lot of times we're dealing with the enemy itself through so many other things, and we just don't realize it or recognize those situations. Whether it be through a dream, through a situation, you know, because I mean, the enemy can manifest as, you know, situations, anything that's negative. You don't always associate that with it being
Is there somebody cutting off your conversation, sister?
Well, we already know. Truth is truth.
Yeah, it's Satan, isn't it?
Yep, and like I said, coming in different kind of forms.
Unless you think it's an angelic, you think it might be an angelic host that's interrupting you?
No, I know it's not. It's not a seraphim. Seraphims don't roll like that.
Yeah, it's that baggy shit, right? And I can see it. Him, her, I can see him. It's a hard thing for you to get me to the place where I won't bless you. But to actually curse you, you got to be a rotten, filthy piece of thing. You got to be filthy. Boop, boop, and that's where you at. But yeah, what people don't realize is that the greatest enemy is the inner me. And the devil that's really attacking you, the worst, is your own lower self. People that smoke cigarettes, for example, you can tell them when they're smoking cigarettes, the devil is trying to kill you. And they'll be like, I don't know, devils around me, I don't have nothing to do with the devil. And they go into a store, purchase a pack of cigarettes, walk outside, and read the label that says, the Surgeon General has determined that cigarette smoking is hazardous to your health and may cause cancer or even death. And after they premeditate that, they open up the pack, stick it in their mouth, and then light the match to it, the fire, and they start puffing and dragging. And many times they get cancer, the tube in their throat, you know, and they get their toes cut off and their fingers, and it's a pathetic thing. And they, you know, wonder where did the devil come? The devil gave it. Yeah, well, the devil was you. Nobody made you go in there and buy cigarettes and light them up and smoke them. You did that. So don't ever think you can't be the devil. A lot of people always pointing their finger outward when they're looking for the devil. The devil's out there putting me in hell. This devil, her, him, it. Everything's out there. But when you point your finger at somebody, always remember there's 3 more pointing back at you. Yeah, the devil is everywhere. Not everywhere, but in many places. And the most tragic place is when the devil is inside of
This is Shakila.
Hey, Wahoo back. I'm glad to hear your tone. Talk to me. You got a question about something? I hope you do. Who is that messing with your class? The phone. And all that. Why are you doing that? Are you a demon?
No, I just
And you
put my
can't help
phone
yourself?
on mute, so that won't.
Well, I'm not saying it's you.
Oh yeah, I do hear that beeping end sound. I do hear that.
I hear you. Right. Johnny 32. All right. Now, look, let me see if I can get this thing to play for people again. I'm going to need everybody to mute your phones.
Yeah.
Hurry. Come on, girl.
Right there.
Y'all bad on me.
Let me see your phone. All right, just a minute. You gotta look out of it so I can. Okay, wait a minute. Stars, planets, the sun, and fit into blue light body, performing miracles on a daily basis, and then transforming into God's ever accelerating. All right. It's a gift for you, T-Ray. Nobody in creation except for you. Come on, move. Oh, it's still out there. Yep, you're right. Anyway, you know your stuff in the dark without a flashlight, don't you? Yes, it's big.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's out there big as cup and it's full.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yeah.
No, I can hear him talking. But I can't hear that, but I can hear him talking on the, like in the class.
You don't see my face, I'm going to start moving.
Okay.
All right. They playing with these electronics, this 5G in the way that I can't get y'all to hear this. But make sure you know that when you get your next spiritual package, that series I'm talking about is going to be part of it. When I tell you the package is a fire, you also will get a $200 vial of monatomic white powder gold. Mute your phone. You know when you hear feedback, you're messing up. You might not be the fastest, decking the brightest light bulb in the house, but you're not that stupid. You can hear that feedback, that echo. You know you're messing with the class. If that's what you're here for, don't be here. All right, who was that next question? Let me see that.
Right, we're back. I'm on the family.
Yes.
I wanted to share
how
what
are
I
you?
saw. I'm well. I wanted to share what I saw during the eclipse, which was something I never seen before. Me and my mother saw it, but unfortunately we didn't get it on video. But what I saw...
That you saw where now? Down in the where?
During the eclipse.
Okay, very good.
So what we saw was a chemtrail moving across the sky like a film strip. Now, usually when you see chemtrails, they're stationary, right? They're just sitting there, floating in the air, kind of. There were two, one after the other. They were moving so fast across the sky. They looked like I said, looked like a film strip going across the sky, but it was a chemtrail, and whatever was making it was moving so fast, we couldn't see it. but it was just the strangest thing. We were looking at all of a sudden.
Yeah. All right. No feedback. Let me remind you all that these draconians, they have large tankers in the form of interdimensional craft that have specially designed chemical tanks on them that travel over populated areas and over all the areas they consider hot spots where people are trying to raise up in consciousness, where the vibrations are raising up, and they spray out the back of these tankers what looks like a chemtrail, but it's this gas, this multiple combination gas that slows down your vibrations and makes you very receptive to the devil. And they spray over populated areas, and also, like I said, where they call hot spots, where people are starting woke, W-O-K-E, where people are waking up and becoming conscious, and they try to just cover you up in this fog that lowers your vibrations down into a reptile. You follow me? Because misery loves company. I'm trying to tell you, like, you all should be working so hard to get to heaven, and these beings are working harder than you to get you to hell. But they don't have enough sense to realize that if you lead people to hell, you're going to get there first. That's how smart the devil is not. Right? They're not doing the bidding of the Most High, and they're not exhibiting any divine love. Then there's nothing heavenly about them. There's no heaven in them. They don't like truth. They don't like divine order. And they despise divine love. And you know that they're designed for hell. All right, look, it's 10:25, 10:30. We need everybody to go outside that's serious and practice moving these stars, not just for yourself, but for the entire creation. Now, who will be the first one to move something? Anne and Cheryl, what do you all have in London in the sky?
1 moment, please.
I'll move the whole case.
Say it again.
1 moment.
You both spoke at the same time. Say it again.
1 moment, I'm going to look out.
Okay, very good. I hope you participate too, Ann. Again. And I'm not trying to be depressing tonight, but I feel brutally honest. And I really am despondent. Okay, what do you see there? What do you see in Dallas?
It's overcast here, Amun.
Okay. What do you see in Tennessee? Amun. What do you see in Florida? Amun. Say it again.
Just a sec.
What do you see?
Okay, I'll move.
What do you see in Chicago? You can't see a star. Okay, let's move that.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
All right.
Where do you go?
In the name of Amun, raise up. Twinkling, it's going up.
And it's wobbling to the left, too.
Yeah, it's got a nice little aura around it, though.
All right.
In the name of the Amun, drop down. Coming down.
Up and down.
Yes, this got a nice little dance to it, don't it? In the name of the Amun, move clockwise. And it's moving clockwise.
Going clockwise.
In the name of the Amun, stop. Thank you.
I love you.
You too.
Next, I love you more.
I've done that. This is the Nucus.
Okay. What are you gonna move? What do you see?
I see a star straight ahead of me.
All right. I see it. What are you gonna do with it?
It's moving before I say something. In the name of Amun, move up. It's moving up.
Moving up.
In the name of Amun, drop down. And it's moving down fast. In the name of Amun, move to the right. And it's moving right
And it's
fast.
moving right.
In the name of Amun, move a little bit, yeah. Move back to the left.
Squat to the left.
Yeah. In the name of Amun, yeah. All the moves were fast.
Yeah.
In the name of Amun, go clockwise.
And this is going clockwise. Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's moving clockwise. Look like a full big kind of half circle.
Oh yeah.
In the name of Amun, move closer.
All right.
He's coming closer.
In the name of Amun, move back.
All right. Next person. I love you.
I love you, Messiah.
I love you more. What you gonna do, Hotep?
I did see a, I did see a moon, but it disappeared behind the clouds, as though it was hiding.
Well, we can move the cloud. We can move the clouds in a minute.
No,
what do you got in Lancaster there?
Also, sorry.
Everything's clear for please.
What are you gonna do with the star you see opening?
Yeah, it changed direction. It was directly in front of me, and it shifted to the left there, right in front of me here. I'm gonna.
So what are you gonna do with it?
Move it. Oh, it's moving up. It's not waiting for me to do anything. It's moving up.
That might have been your own mind thinking.
Okay. And
I bet it's moving down now, huh?
Yeah, it's dropping down.
Yeah.
Dropping way down.
Now it's going in a circle clockwise.
It's not
In a
sure where it's
clockwise
going. It's not showing where it wants to go. It's not.
It might come closer to you. It might come closer to you.
Coming closer.
Yeah, it is actually, but it's moving around as though it's not sure, because I'm not sure where I want it to go. It's moving for me. Oh.
Yeah. Now it's gonna move away from you now, back away from you.
Yep. Moving back away.
You see, you're getting more powerful.
Yeah.
You're getting stronger. You follow me? You did good, and I love you here. We need one more Maror. We need one more person.
I'll do it.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Oh, okay. You got Maror.
I'm gonna move the whole creation.
The whole creation? Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna move the whole creation for all to see. This beautiful night with the Messiah, who made all creation go out in the name of Amun-Rayay.
Where are you gonna move it? Which way?
Go up in the name of the Messiah, Amun-Rayay. All creation go up.
It's moving up very fast and far.
Moving up. All creation stop and go clockwise circle. In the name of the Messiah, Amun-Rayay. Clockwise. Going clockwise.
Moving clockwise.
I can see. Now go to the right in the name of the Messiah, Amun-Rayay. All creation. Moving right. Going to the right. Moving right. To the left.
Which way?
Go to the left and then Messiah Amun-Rayay.
All right.
All creation.
Last move. Okay.
It's dipping down a little bit. It's going to the left.
All right.
Yeah,
I love you, son. I love you, son. Get your package, all of you. Just don't stop thinking and get your package. All right. I love you all. Write your testimonies tonight and get those posts out to the world. Get them in Twitter, LinkedIn, Telegraph, Facebook, mass email. And all of you that have the phone number to another brother or sister, contact them, especially if you're a little more advanced, and help them on their journey. Enlighten them and speed up their time because time is very short. We are one divine, eternal love. I have a lot to you all tonight, but like a couple of classes ago, I didn't seem to get to it because what I was instructed to give you, it was being blocked by the reptile. I love you all, and what you need to do is envision like you make the stars move with your mind, move some disease into these creatures. We are one. We are divine love. Servant to the 144,000, Nitia authority, Amun-Rayay, Asa. Servant to the 144,000 purifiable souls.